Hello, everybody. I am yet again Price McKinney, simply put. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening. So we're gonna dive right into this head first. My last video, we talked about um, what are you looking for, right? So I'm hoping that you've had time to process that, think it through. So now on to the next one. So this one we're gonna talk about be honest with yourself. Why is that important? What does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Because oftentimes we have these unrealistic expectations and we have this image or idea of what we want the person to look like, be, or become, right? The reality of that is, could that happen? Yes. I'm not saying it can't, but just make sure you're being practical. Make sure you're being sensible. Make sure you're being realistic with what it is that you're looking for and what you expect from the other person. I understand you have your list of dimensions and dollars. I get it. It's important to have something in place. But if the person that you're involved with, the person you're looking towards, or the person you're looking at or considering, if I need you to understand this, if you're constantly, sir, being disrespected, and ma'am, if he's consistently being inconsiderate, meaning he's not paying attention to your feelings, he's not paying attention to your moods, he's not paying attention to how you talk, um, and vice versa with her to you, sir. If she's constantly reminding you of what you are not doing versus what you are doing. Now, I'm not saying now if you're trashed out and being a bum dude, get a grip. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Man up, get a grip. However, if you're the guy that you're going to work, you're trying to make it happen, you're not there yet, and even if you are, and this is still happening, you got a decision to make. You got to consider, okay, am I going to be able to keep dealing with this? Because if for both of you all, for the man and the woman, if you all are not growing together, if you're not becoming better, if you're not growing together, if you're not becoming better, if you're not growing together, well, how do I grow? Well, the stuff that you go through should bring you closer together. And even if it doesn't, it's okay when you're going to have challenges. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But it's how you respond to it. Talk through them. If you got to take a TV time, hey, I'll be back in 2 and 2. By all means, do that. But do not go at each other calling names and being disrespectful, because after a certain point, that becomes a point of no return. Becomes a point of no return. And if you constantly tearing each other down and you're not doing what needs to be done to build that man up, to build that woman up, if you're not encouraging her, if you're not supporting him, then you need to question, is this the person I need to be with? So be honest with yourself. Be honest. And here's how you can, why, what do you mean by that? Here's how you can start. Do I even like this person? And I've said this before and I'm going to keep saying it. Do I even like this person? Is this somebody am I just tolerating her? Am I just tolerating him? Am I just putting up with him because I don't have anybody? Because he's right now, he's the best candidate I've got. If you're doing that, please, ma'am, please, sir, sit it down. Park it. Just go take a TV time out. Go sit in the corner and just ride this thing out. Just wait. Just what? What are you in a hurry for? Why are you rushing? It, check yourself and be. Is here's a big question. Here's a big question that you got to ask yourself. Is now even the right time for me? Do I have enough of me that's healed? Do I have enough of me that I can offer to even give to this person to even make the relationship become a success? Is that even a thing right now? Can I do this? Is now even the time? So these are questions that I highly recommend and suggest that you ask yourself and just be honest. And if, and please hear me, if you are not feeling the person the same way they're feeling you, do not, for the sake of your own personal benefit, because of what they're doing, and you're not giving the same and like kind back, don't drag that person along. Tell them, hey, I, this is as far as I can go. You're a great guy, you're a great woman, but we can't pursue this any further. I just can't. I don't see myself with it. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you can't, that you're difficult to get along with. It doesn't mean any of that. It just may be that that just is not your person. And can't nobody tell you that. I mean, I've heard people say, and I've had it said to me. I have. So I'm telling you what I know. Well, y'all look good together. Well, y'all this, y'all that. Well, it seems like. I understand that, but at the end of the day, who's telling you that is not the person that's involved in this particular relationship. They don't have to deal with you on a day-to-day basis. The other person does. So if this is getting to the point where you're starting to feel strained and you're like, and you're just going along, rolling with the punches, be honest about where you are and how you feel. Sometimes you sometimes you have to lose in order to win. And it's okay to take this L for the sake of, so you don't wind up further hurting the person that you're dealing with. Don't play games with people's hearts. Be honest, be upfront. Hey, this player, this ain't what I'm looking for. I didn't sign up for this. And give it time. Don't just because, and I'm gonna deal with this later. This is a nerve. This is ouch. Just because you have things in common doesn't mean that y'all are supposed to be together. I can't tell you how many people I've had conversations with, just in the extension of the conversation. Over the course of time, there are things that we have in common. Hey, do you like football? Yeah, I like football. Do you like basketball? Yeah, I like basketball. What's your favorite team, LA? Well, what's your favorite team? Pittsburgh? Well, mine is the Cowboys. So but you do like football, yes. So what is your favorite food? Grilled? Well, I love grilling. That does not mean that we're supposed to be together. Oh, because I love to eat. Well, I love to cook. I'm not this big for no reason. Just I don't look at food. I love eating. I love cooking. I'm not this big for no reason. I especially grilling. So I'm clouded, but for real. Just because you have a lot of things in common does not mean that you are supposed to be with that person. So again, you don't hear nothing else. Be honest with yourself, sir. Be honest with yourself, ma'am. And be upfront. Don't play games. I understand you need to watch and observe. Listen to what they say. Watch how they move. Watch. Give it time. But be honest with yourself. And if you can't do that, you are not going to have a successful relationship with anybody, especially with somebody you're trying to make your companion or make your person. So be honest with you. Price McKinney, this is Simply Put Podcast. I want to thank you for listening. If you have not already subscribed, go to YouTube. Simply Put Podcast with Price McKinney. Follow me on Facebook, Simply Put with Price McKinney. Follow me on what's the other one? Instagram, Simply Put with Price McKinney. It's just that simple. So again, I want to thank you for listening. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Go to YouTube, Simply Put Podcast with Price McKinney, and sign up. Get your latest updates and notifications. So again, I'm Price McKinney. This is Simply Put Podcast, and I'm not an expert. I just know what I know, and I promise you, I'll see you soon.